What's up, everybody? It's Silent, and today we are celebrating TrueExclusives' 9th birthday. 9th birthday! We are 9 years old. You know, I want to say thank you to everybody who has supported, who has watched the videos, who's promoted the website, who's told their mothers, cousins, brothers, side chicks, whoever you told, whoever you tweeted, whoever you Facebook, Instagram. Just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. Without you, there is no True Exclusive. And that's why I keep going hard. You guys have kept me going, because there were times when I wanted to give up. There were times when I didn't want to do it no more. There were rough times, there were ups, there were downs, there were left, there were right, twists and turns. Whew. I'm tired just talking about it. So, to celebrate our 9th birthday, I figured we'd go down the list of the top 9 True Exclusive moments. And maybe you won't agree with it. You can leave a comment and tell me what was your favorite moment, your favorite video. But these are what I thought were the top 9 True Exclusive moments. You know, with True Exclusives, we go to a lot of events, we go to a lot of showcases, we get hit up by a lot of management and PRs to check out their new artists. And we've seen a lot of new artists through the years, but I have to mention a few that actually stood out. Elle Varner is one. We went to a MBK showcase, and it was, I believe it was her first performance for MBK, first big performance. And I remember when she came out with her guitar, and she had like a little quirky thing going on with her glasses, the guitar, and she sang these songs. I believe she sang So Fly first. And I was with Betsy, and I was like, yo, we both were like, yo, this chick is gonna blow up. Like, she got it. Like, after seeing that performance, you just knew Elle Varner was gonna be somebody. She had an image, she had a look, she had a sound. I just got it all, the package and everything. And we introduced ourselves and spoke to her after. And she always remembers that. Every time I see her from that point on to now, she always remembers like, yo, y'all were at my first joint. I love y'all, and she always shows love. So I definitely appreciate that. Lydia Caesar is another artist. She was an upcoming artist from New York, and I think the first place I saw Lydia was at the Dope Files event. They had a showcase, and she was performing. I remember she sang Simply the Best by Tina Turner, and I was like, who is this chick? Like, this is another star right here. Ever since then, I have been following her. I went to almost every Lydia Caesar show in New York, and we filmed a couple of things. She was part of my first Green Room episode, and you know, Lydia got it. So check her out. You know, you got St. Louis, Through It All. She's got a whole bunch of hot joints. All these artists, you know, whether established already or still trying to get a name, I just appreciate to be a part of their journey, whether from the jump or in between or whatever, and help promote in any possible way that I can. That's the point of True Exclusive. You know, we want to give you the True Exclusive, and we want to give you the good shit, the talent.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Keisha Cole, and you are hanging with True Exclusive. Stay tuned, because he got all the hot shit.
I have been trying to interview Keisha Cole for a while at this particular point, and it just wasn't working out. We weren't able to set it up. There was always something happening. Either I wasn't in town, she wasn't in town, management wasn't trying to do it, or she didn't have a project out at that particular moment. We finally set it up. This was no management, this was no team, nothing. She hit me up on Twitter. She was like, yo, let's do the interview when I come to New York. I have to do a show. We could do it after the show. So cool. Got to the show. It so happened that my name wasn't on the list. There was a big hoopla. It was nonsense. They didn't want to let me in. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Because not only that, but it was my birthday. I decided not to go out because the concert was going to be late at night. So I said, you know what? I'll just put work before pleasure. which is what I do most of the time anyway. Long story short, we ended up sneaking into the venue. Shout out to Tanisha. But we sneaked into the venue and we saw the show, I filmed the show, and then afterwards, since we sneaked in, we didn't have the press passes or anything to get backstage, so we sneaked backstage. We saw Keisha, we did the interview right there backstage. And the thing about the interview was there was a lot of rumors going around about her marriage and it not working out or whatever the case may be. And she hadn't done any interviews in a while, and she definitely wasn't talking about that subject. And I asked her about it, and it was just a simple question. I didn't get too deep into it, and she told me what she told me. Wasn't much, but the fact that she told that little bit, and it was a hot topic at the moment, the video went viral, and it was everywhere, and people were talking about it. And it was dope to finally do the interview because I had been wanting to do it for a while. So it was dope to get that true exclusive. I just wanted to show Brandy my appreciation and how I felt about her career, her craft, and what she's provided for this industry as an entertainer. And I said, yo, if I can get some of the top names in the industry to congratulate her on 20 years, that will be bananas. I got a lot of names. I got Wendy Williams, I got Jennifer Hudson, Jessie J, Gladys Knight, Missy Elliott, Brian McKnight. She's very loved in the industry, so all these people were down. There was no questions asked. Yes, when can I send you the video? When can we film it? Yeah, I'll do it right now. You know, it was that sort of thing. And I was trying to think of a great moment to show it to her. And I said, you know what? London. We were going to London. She was having her first big show in London in years. I didn't know at what point in London, but I kind of wanted to have a alone moment with her so she could really focus and watch it without any distractions. And there was a moment where we were just chilling in the dressing room, just me and her. And I said, you know what? I want to show you something. Gave her the headphones, put the video on, and I decided to record the moment, because when you see tributes on award shows and you see people being honored, the artist is sitting there and you see their reactions, and fans love that. And I said, let me record this, because I know everybody's gonna probably wonder, like, what was her reaction? Has she seen it? And I wanted them to know that she did see it, and she saw the whole 30-minute video. And she cried and she was emotional, and you could see her reactions for certain artists. She was shocked, and that was a beautiful moment. That was an amazing moment to be able to do that. And, you know, everything I do is out of love, especially when it comes to Brandy. It was just great to be able to do that. Like, I couldn't even believe I did it. Like, once it was said and done and I actually sat down and I edited and took my time editing it, I was floored. Like, I was like, wow, I really did this shit. It's funny because now this year she's gonna get honored at the Lady of Soul Awards. That's gonna be amazing because that's really her first big thing where she's being honored. But I was glad I did my part, okay? We gonna say my tribute was the first tribute. I will never forget this moment with Lil' Kim, because this was a moment, we were outside of a show, we had just left a showcase or something. We were standing at the corner of a street waiting to cross, and all of a sudden Lil' Kim passes by and crosses the street, and I'm like, yo, that's Lil' Kim. Give me the mic. I'm gonna step to Lil' Kim in the street. I don't care. Because this was in the beginning of True Exclusive. This is 2008. We was fresh off the boat. But I was like, yo, if we get Lil' Kim, this is a big name right here. This would be our first big name. This is some exclusive shit. So we running across the street. I think Syra had the camera, and I got the mic in my hand. We had this cheap little mic with a cord, and it was literally a tiny, cheap mic. And I'm like, yo, Lil' Kim, can we get a shout out or something? I don't really remember how I even approached, but she was open. She was mad cool, walking and talking. For me, it was unbelievable. It might be a short little interview, but I was like, yo, we got Lil' Kim. This is a true exclusive. Nobody got this. So I thought we was popping. After that, I was like, ain't nobody fucking with us.
Have you ever been someone so bad?
I gotta say, to capture Fantasia performing at her album release party in New York City was crazy. Shout out to Love Jones and Joey Harris because they put it together. Fantasia straight murdered that performance. Now you want to talk about vocals, you want to talk about a performer, you want to talk about someone who don't even need a mother effing mic to throw it down. And apparently she wasn't supposed to perform because she was looking for her background singers and everything in the moment. But when she was singing Lose to Win, it felt so powerful. It was like she was delivering her testimony through that song. And when she put that mic down, when she put the mic down and sang a cappella, oh my God.
Need someone to
I'm getting chills just remembering it. But to be there, to really feel it, and to really hear it. Like you felt all her pain, her happiness. You just felt everything in that moment. And I think everybody in that room felt it. It was like we were at church or something. And I gotta say, if you ever get to see Fantasia live, please do. I've seen her like 3 times, I think. And she brings it every time. Even if you're not a fan of hers, you will be satisfied because she gonna tear that mother effing roof down.
you got the
Now, I cannot do a top 9 true exclusive moments and not mention our first sit-down interview. You know, we have been doing little interviews out in the streets, at events and stuff like that, and not even real interviews. It was just 1 or 2 questions. We had never done a one-on-one sit-down interview with an artist. And Trey Songz, shout out to Trey Songz, because Trey always showed us love. Every time we seen him around at events and we asked him about doing an interview, he was like, yeah, next time I'm in New York, we're gonna do it. And sure enough, next time we saw it, he was like, yo, meet me at the hotel. We're gonna do it over there. Got to the hotel. I remember Tanisha bought him a cake. It was his birthday. And he kept his word. We had the questions ready. Tanisha decided to do the interview. And so we went upstairs to the hotel room and we did the interview. It was a 15 minute interview, and you know, he answered everything. I remember Tanisha's brother kept calling her on her phone and the shit kept vibrating and I kept hearing it. I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna fuck up the interview. All we gonna hear is buzz, buzz, buzz. But it turned out to be good. And it's funny though, because now looking back, looking at the footage, that shit looked like it's from 1902 or something. Like the footage is so blurry and not clear, and the sound but you know, it was the beginning. That was our humble beginning. And I definitely had to mention that because, I mean, come on, your first sit-down interview with an artist, Trey Songz, and he was hot at the moment. So that was definitely a true exclusive. And we were so excited. We were like a kid in a candy store. Like, we were just so hyped. So shout out to Trey, you know, appreciate that, because he didn't have to do that. And, but he did, so.
Hello, Frank.
Hello, Monique.
Now, this was another unexpected moment, interviewing Monique. You know, I was supposed to cover her show in New Jersey. She had a stand-up show, and I was gonna cover the show for the site. I had no intentions of interviewing her because I didn't think she was gonna do any interviews. You know, my perception was this is an Academy Award winner. She's not gonna do an interview. But the person who was handling the event asked if I wanted to do an interview, and I was like, yeah, of course, you know, if that's possible. Long story short, they set up the interview, a phone interview. So we did the interview. It was supposed to be 5 or 10 minute thing, you know, just talking about the show and whatnot. It ended up being longer. It really went well. You know, it was a positive interview. The next day when I woke up, the interview was literally everywhere. That shit went viral. It was on Entertainment Tonight. It was on The View. It was on The Chew, BET. Like, it was everywhere. I was shocked and I was so happy, but the downside was it was everywhere for a negative reason. They took this little moment out of this beautiful interview, because this is what the media does. Not True Exclusive, by the way, but most media will spin something into a negative. Because earlier in that week, I had saw a show where it was Toya Wright and Memphis, and she was talking about giving him a pass to cheat. So I had brought that up in the interview with Monique. She gave her opinion on it, but they took it as if she was saying she gives her husband a pass to cheat. That wasn't the case. You know, there was no way, shape, or form where she said she gives her husband a pass to cheat. Whatever, it went viral. It was all over the place. So about 3 days later or 4 days later was the show in New Jersey. I go to the show, it was great. After the show, I meet her backstage and she's like, can I talk to you for a minute? So we sit down and she thought I spun it. She thought I put it out in the negative sense. And you know, I explained to her, no, that's not me, that's not my brand, that's not the type of stuff I do. You know, I showed her the link, what I promoted, because the way I promoted it, I was talking about the depression, the weight loss, and you know, all the topics that I felt like other universal topics that people could connect to. That's how I promoted it. Anyway, we had a good talk and she learned a little bit about me. I learned more about her and I respected her because she confronted me. And I appreciated that she gave me the opportunity to speak on my behalf. It's unfortunate that it had to be a negative spin on a great interview, but you know, everything happens for a reason. We connected, so that was good and I'm grateful for that moment. The TrueExclusives relaunch event. Oh man, this was an unforgettable night. Like, I'm literally never gonna forget this night for the rest of my entire life. Shout out to Joey Harris from Love Jones, Danielle, Kempire. Shout out to everybody who helped. It was just a night that fell into place in an unforgettable way. We had Brandy, we had Olivia, we had Stephen Hill, we had Ty Hunter, and we had the Brandy tribute, which was a surprise tribute. And originally, I was gonna have Tevin Campbell. He was gonna do Have You Ever or something like that. At the last minute, he wasn't able to come to New York, so he had to pull out. Long story short, we got India Arie thanks to Joey Harris and his connection. India came, she performed He Is, and whoo! As you can see, you know, Brandy was emotional. She didn't expect it, you know, and I was so excited and so happy that I was able to celebrate the relaunch of TrueExclusives and celebrate her career and everything that she's done. Then it was my birthday and Olivia came up, she sang happy birthday, so that was nice. And people still mention that night to me, and you know, I want to do another event, maybe a 10-year anniversary. That'll be a dope one. Be on the lookout.
Happy birthday, dear Sally. Happy birthday to you.
Going to the BET Awards for the first time in 2008 was incredible. Because you got to remember, we were young, we were kids, we were just starting out with TrueExclusive. We had just started our blog, coming from the hood, and yo, we going to LA, we going to Hollywood. This was our first big award show, and we were gonna cover it. Like, are you kidding me? And we were gonna be in LA, and you with your friends. Like, that was incredible to say the least. So we get there. First of all, it was hot as hell, because you know, you're gonna dress up. We was like, yeah, we gotta look fly for the BET Awards. So we was hot as hell. I know I was. I had slacks, long sleeves, and it was all black. I was burning the hell up on the carpet, and it was hectic as hell because you don't really stay in one place on a red carpet. You back and forth trying to get people and trying to get celebrities as they walk in or whatever the case may be. We went through a lot on that red carpet, but it was worth it. Like, we got a lot of people. I think some funny moments were when Tanisha was interviewing Pretty Ricky, because they were like filling up on her and they were like saying things to her. Oh my God, it was bananas. And I interviewed Kim Whitley, and I used to have a crush on Kim Whitley growing up. That's the funniest thing. And I told her, she was like, what, you like 12 years old, boy? So that was funny. She was really funny in our interview. We got a lot of stuff. Then we did the after parties. We got a lot of stuff at the after parties. But overall, it was just an amazing experience because, like I said, it was our first time doing a big award show, first time in LA. We were like kids in a candy store. It was me, Tanisha, and Syra. And we just had a lot of fun. And I'll never, ever forget that. Ever, 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 ever. No matter how many more award shows I cover, no matter what I do from now to the end of my days, I will always remember that first BET Awards coverage that we did. Like, that was crazy. So yeah, those are my top 9 true exclusive moments. And again, I want to say thank you so much. I appreciate you. I am so grateful for your support. And I hope you continue to support True Exclusives. I hope you continue to support everything that I do. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody every celebrity who's ever given us an interview, a drop, an exclusive. I appreciate you. I love you so much. All of you. Seriously, you don't understand. Like, I can't believe it. We are 9 years old. And I got more exclusives coming soon. So stay tuned and keep it locked and tell everybody you know where they gotta go for that true exclusive.